There's something you're not being told. There's a truth that's right under your nose, and most people overlook it. Not because it's complicated, but because it's simple. Too simple for a mind that's been trained to believe success must be hard, manifestation must be loud, and life must be a constant uphill battle. But what if that's not true? What if the real magic, the kind that opens doors, attracts peoples, and transforms your reality, happens in silence? Not in the hustle, not in the bragging, not in the endless social media updates about what you're working on. There is a secret that when practiced correctly and quietly, makes the universe lean in and say, okay, now I'm listening. And in this video, I'm going to tell you what that secret is, and why the most powerful thing you can do is keep it to yourself. But before we go any further, just write on a piece of paper, I trust in the flow of the universe. You're not just writing words, you're sending a signal. Okay, so let's start here. Everything that you think, do, or say is a broadcast. You're always sending out signals. But when you tell the world what you're manifesting before it materializes, you're leaking your power. Let me explain. Every time you speak your desire out loud, especially to people who don't understand manifestation, you're opening yourself up to resistance. Doubt, judgment, unsolicited opinions, all of these disrupt your vibrational field. This isn't just spiritual theory, there's even neuroscience to back it up. When you talk about your goals before you've taken action, your brain gets a hit of dopamine. That reward chemical tricks your mind into believing you've already made progress, and that's why your motivation quietly disappears. I'm sure you've felt this before. You've told someone what your goal and your dreams are, and then suddenly all the fire was gone. That's not a coincidence. When we look back at history, at great spiritual masters, inventors, or even successful entrepreneurs, they all had something in common. They acted first, then spoke later. Because what you do in secret builds strength. It creates a protected, high-frequency field that the outside world can't poke holes in. So if you're manifesting something, keep it close. Visualize it, feel it, and walk as if it's already yours, but say nothing. The stronger vibrations make louder impact in silence. Most of what's holding you back isn't visible. It's buried deep within your subconscious, the programming you picked up from childhood, school, culture, and repetition. Messages like money is hard to come by, life's a struggle, or success is for other people. They are running the show, whether you know it or not. The subconscious doesn't care if something's true. It only cares if it's being repeated often enough. So when you try manifesting something new, and the subconscious believes that you're still not worthy, you won't see any results. Or worse, you'll sabotage the results without realizing it. That's why change doesn't start on the outside. It starts within, by deliberately installing new beliefs. So how do we do this? Well, we do this by visualization and repetition. By speaking new truths into your mind until they become familiar. Don't just say I'm abundant. Feel it, see it. Speak it until your subconscious believes it. That's when the shift happens. Because manifestation isn't about getting, it's about aligning. And alignment only happens when the subconscious accepts the new reality as if it's already true. Start paying attention to your words. What you say repeatedly becomes a command for your inner world. Once you change the inner world, the outer world has no choice but to conform. So have you ever had those days when everything just seems to click? The right person calls, you think of an idea that leads to a breakthrough, or you think of someone and they message you. That's not coincidence, that's flow. And flow is your natural state, when you're not resisting. Carl Jung called these moments synchronicity. They're like universal signs, showing you that the inner world is finally in harmony with the outer world. So how do you enter the flow state? Well, the first thing you do is stop pushing. You stop chasing with desperation. You let go of the need to force the outcome, and instead allow life to unfold. This doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing from a place of alignment, not anxiety. If you're constantly checking, is it there yet? You're not in flow, you're in fear, and fear blocks energy. Manifestation happens effortlessly when you drop the emotional grip and start trusting the process. Flow happens when you're present, not stuck in the past, not panicking about the future, just here, right now, moving with life, not against it. This is the paradox. The less you obsess, the faster it comes. And why is this? Because obsession is scarcity in disguise, and the universe doesn't respond to lack, it responds to certainty. Certainty says, it's already mine, I'm just catching up with it. And when you shift into that mindset, the world starts rearranging itself around that new frequency. So here's the truth that most people don't want to hear. You're not being blocked by fate, bad luck, or the economy. You're being blocked by resistance. Resistance is invisible. It shows up as fear, doubt, overthinking, comparison, and the need to control every step. It's the inner voice in your head that says, but what if it doesn't work? And that voice is keeping the door shut. When you're tense about whether something will happen, you're telling the universe that it hasn't happened yet, and that vibration creates more delay. So what's the antidote to this? Well, the simple answer is detachment. You set your intention and then you release it, not because you don't care, but because you know. You know it's coming. You trust that it's already been received in the invisible. You trust the process, and this is at the heart of manifestation. Let go of the needing to know how it will happen. Just hold the vision. Let your actions align and surrender the rest. Because when you stop resisting, you stop blocking. And when you stop blocking, all the path clears itself. So what does this mean in practice? Well, first of all, it means keeping your manifestations quiet. Not because you're hiding them, but because you're protecting them, energetically shielding them while they form. It means reprogramming your subconscious mind daily with intention, repetition, and feeling. It means recognizing flow, letting go of control, and allowing synchronicities to guide you. It means detaching from outcomes, loving the process more than the prize. And finally, it means embodying who you want to be now, not later, not when it shows up, right now. Because reality isn't waiting for you, it's reflecting you. So reflect certainty, peace, and power. If you truly want to open the doors right now, stop forcing them. Stop shouting at the universe, whisper instead. Speak in energy, move with quiet confidence. Let your life become the loudest testimony of what you're creating. And every night before you sleep, feed your subconscious, visualize the new you, speak the new beliefs, feel the future as if it's already the past. That's the secret. Okay, so the next thing you need to write on the piece of paper is that I trust in the flow of the universe and allow it to surprise me. Because the moment you do this, that's your turning point. So for me, this isn't just a theory, it's a way of life. I've learned the hard way that speaking too soon about what I'm creating invites energy that doesn't belong. Doubt, comparison, even well-meaning advice, it all clutters the signal. But when you stay quiet, keep it sacred, and build in silence, everything moves faster. I've watched doors open without effort, simply because I've stayed aligned and I didn't look for validation. This approach isn't about hiding, it's about protecting the frequency of what you're manifesting. It's about trusting that the universe knows what you want, knowing that your inner work is more powerful than any announcement. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, leave me a comment. I always love hearing from you guys. If you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe and join our community of like-minded people. As always, thank you so much for your engagement and support. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye for now.